Tonight, from Austin, Texas, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. A beautiful fake. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Desperados put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that.
Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been letting...
Oh, leap it. He will make the catch. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going to take another shot here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Green. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the score. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Now again, right side, Graham. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, it's Graham. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Wide open receiver complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Chapman. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Desperados stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD, and he looked stepped right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down now, it's Graham. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points.
They'll run on 1st down. Arrington, and he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Chapman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the home team here, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.